Hello everybody. I can honestly say this is a recycled oddity. It's a creation, and I made it entirely out of plastic lids from instant coffee glass jar like this, in two different sizes. I have a smaller one here, so I made the bottom of this. That was what I started out with, and then I have all kinds of plastic bottle caps in different shapes and sizes, and so I glued some of them on top of each other like this with my glue gun. But first what I did was to embellish the side. Let me see if I can show you a closer look. And see the core. This is the bottom, and here you see the lid and the smaller lid in here, and here you can see the side of a lid there, the side of a lid in here. And what I did for the rest is I embellished it with punched flowers and paper cutout flowers and ephemera from Ephemera Vintage Gardens, Victorian Romance Club kit papers that I printed, and then I just started out with I used when the process is going on, you just use your imagination and you're just trying out things, and then later on when you have to explain how did you do that, you can't always remember. But what I can tell you is that I used these papers, the Victorian Romance printable club kit, and what you see here, let me see if I can bring it closer. What you see here is I made that how did I forget what that's called? A paper wheel. You fold it, you score every 1/8 inch of a 1/4 inch or whatever that measures. Really kept it smooth, and then made a wheel out of it and embellished with some teeny tiny prints from the kit. And then I also made this bird cage, and I simply cut out, let me see if I can bring it in view. I cut out this frame, and then I cut out every second with my X-Acto knife. And let me show you. my X-Acto knife, it looks like this. And then I simply cut out every second, so it'll have this effect. And still, you know, if you cut out each one of these, then it'll be too narrow to make it stable. So I cut out every second, and it will still look as if you can see through the cage. And then I cut. And what I did when I had it cut, I had the entire cut out cage. Every second I cut out vertically. Then on top here I left 1 or 2 or 3 attached to this, but then I cut open on each side a few, maybe 2 of these, and then I could fold them over and glue them here, and that makes that 3D effect, so to say. Yeah, that was just to explain that. And then on the bottom I used also a Klub kit printable from Ephemeras Vintage Garden, and this one is called Love Letters, and one of the pages holds these words both in English and French, and I thought it corresponded really well with what I wanted to do, so I thought that would give it just a calm and yet interesting finish to look at. So that was my bottom, and to make it stand up a little bit, I simply found 4 bottom buttons of wood and glued a couple of these. This is actually from a bracelet that I just cut open and used the pearls to make these feet. And then also use it as shiny elements to the flowers. Excuse me. And what I also did is that here on top, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it closer again. I'm going to lift up the camera and bring it closer. You see? You see this? This is actually a styrofoam. What do you call this? This material? Styrofoam. It's a heart-shaped, and then what I did, I used 2. I'm sorry, I'm trying to film this and it's not going very well. I am so sorry. I used these 2 teeny tiny paper flower punches, and then I actually attached each flowers, one of each flowers with a short pin, and I can show you the pins. Hold on a second. I can show you the pins, and they look like this. Let me measure it. It's the knee. This it's a 1/2 inch pin, a half-inch pin, and then I used, you cut out the flowers. Let me see if I have any. Where is the flower when you need it? I also explained this technique in a previous video. So if you're interested in a better explanation that I'm able to give you now, please look at my channel for that. I also made them, you know how you make them look 3D-ish with this. I actually used, this is from a paintbrush, and then I have a piece of soft foam, and then I press down like this to shape it, you know, to shape the flower just a little bit. You see, then it looks like this, and then you put your flowers, and then you pin it. And yes, there are really many. There are really many flowers. Can you see how many? Going to turn it. There are so many flowers, but I think it is just beautiful. I think it is just beautiful. And I also made a top banner that says "Forever Loved," and on the other side, Victorian Romance. Okay, so what I did is that let me put down the camera so that I can better talk to you. And what I did also with these flowers, I found a free printable flower shape on Pinterest. I printed it out, and then I made copies reduced them, so to say, and I have here 6 different sizes. And then I cut them out in various colors and prints of the kit, and then I cut them out with my small scissors, and then I distressed the edges of the petals, each one of them, with the Tim Holtz Victorian Velvet distress ink. And then I used my bone folder on each petal here, you know, shape them outwards, the biggest one, and then the next shape you shape the other way, so they will fold inwards, outwards, inwards, until you reach the smallest one. They always go inwards, and then on some of them I held them together with what are these called? A brad, with different look and different size, like that. And others I simply glued together with my hot glue gun, and then used for the middle, I used the smaller punched flowers. So it's a lot of work, I'll give you that, I'll admit that. It took me a long time. It really took me a long time to get this done. but I'm really happy about it. It every time I look at it, I feel joy, I feel love, it keeps me smiling, and even though it was hard work, I am so pleased with it. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do one for my craft room in here, and then I'm going to not have a bird cage, and I'll see when I'm making them how I'm going to embellish it. Maybe on top I'll have this ball instead of a heart, or maybe I'll have different sized hearts. But what I know for sure is that I will have inspiring words, and if I can find them, I can show you now. Because I prepared that. I prepared some words, and I typed them in a Word program on my computer, and then I printed it. I printed it on this coffee stained lined paper that Debbie Ann at Ephemeras Vintage Garden offers as a freebie when you sign up for her newsletter. And so I printed these words, sentiments, affirmations, just, spiritual guides that when you're having a bad day, you can just look at them, and they encourage you. They bring a smile on your face, and you feel maybe new energy coming to you, or they inspire you to be creative. And I am also going to make one for where I work, at my work desk at my job. And there I'm going to have these words: listen, smile, you are enough, be brave, choose joy. And then I'm going to cut them out and then bring them into, maybe make banners, maybe make more of these paper wheels, and then with flowers, maybe I have a heart punch as well. I'm going to make something that cheers me up and encourages me. So of course I'll make a video when I've done them, so for you to see. But yeah, that is my tower of love, and I am really pleased with my result. Did you notice, can you see I actually put in this sweet little red bird inside the cage? I'm not a fan of caging in animals or birds, but I couldn't help myself but put in a bird. So, but there's room here, you see, it can escape. So I didn't trap it. So, but what I like you to see is the beautiful flowers that you can make from these printables. It is actually for journaling, but I wanted to show you that you can make all kinds of things with a printable journal kit and all kinds of pattern papers, and you can even make beautiful 3D looking flowers. And I encourage you to try this. Do try this at home. Do try this. I hope you enjoyed it. For now, I'm saying thank you for watching and keep crafting and be happy. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.